Now, we are going to be talking about understanding the meaning of parentification. Should children take responsibilities at a very young age? But we're not going to be having this conversation alone. We have our guest, Bridget Eleshin. She is a family life coach, and she'll be breaking down this conversation with us this morning. I mean, we've already taken comments from WhatsApp asking people if children should shoulder responsibilities at an early age and what can be done if they're already doing that. A lot of people didn't agree that children should do that because they feel it is the responsibilities of the parents. Why are parents actually putting all of that on their shoulder? Why should parents have children that they cannot cater for? Why are parents having so much children that they cannot pay their fees and all of that? So, we're going to be having these conversations and more with Bridget this morning. Good morning, Bridget. Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Yes, you sound really bright this morning. That's fantastic. I hope you're keeping safe.
Okay, I can't hear so well.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, I said you sound very bright this morning. I hope you're keeping safe.
Yes, I am. I'm at home.
Fantastic. All right, the conversation is understanding parentification. To get into this conversation, what does parentification mean?
Okay, let me say this, that stylishly in Nigeria, we do this without knowing what the word is. Okay, so parentification means no reversal. When the child is obliged to act as a parent to their own parents or siblings. So this makes the child an adult too quickly. It happens when children take on the role of taking care of parents or younger siblings. And in Nigeria, we do it without even knowing this is what it is.
Interesting.
All right, so would you say that there are types of parentification? And if yes, how do they exist in different homes?
Please ask the question again. I didn't get that.
I said, would you say that there are different types of parentification? And if your answer is yes, how do they exist in different homes?
Okay, basically, we have two, but there are other, how do I put it now? There are other ways you can also make a child a parent. But basically, it's emotionally and then in the practical support, which is called instrumentally. Because at the end of the day, when you make a child your go-to support emotionally, you are making that child a parent that is responsible for you emotionally. And then when you make that child do chores that the child does not have any business doing, maybe taking care of our younger ones or his younger ones, cooking at an age that he or she is not supposed to cook, and then taking care of the child. Before doing their assignment, they are helping other younger siblings do assignments. And they get involved in chores that they have no business getting involved in. So those are the two ways, basically. But then it can present in other ways. But basically emotional and then the practical support, which is instrumental.
What is the root cause of parentification in families? Like, how did this happen? How does the role reverse? We know that the responsibility of a parent is to cater for a child. Then why is the child doing the parent's job? How does it even start?
Okay, as we say in Nigeria, you know how it is that a lot of parents are trying to, they will say hustle, financial hardship. So somehow they're trying to balance their life and care for the child, but without knowing that they are putting the child in a role that the child should not be in. So by the time you are not always available, trying to make ends meet, the role will be reversal. Because then the child is not the one at home, especially if you don't have other adults to support. And then we have maybe divorce. When parents are going through tough times, having a divorce, into the reversal because maybe the primary caregiver, either the mother or the father that is taking care of the child, will not depend on the child for support in terms of chores. So there are other issues like illness of a parent or sibling. And then there's the very hard one that a child is probably taking care of a parent that is maybe into drug or alcoholic addiction. So death of siblings will also lead to that, because I've seen a lot of cases where maybe a young child lost a parent, and then the child will have to step up to an extent. So when it's the boy, so you're not the man of the house, take care of the home, okay? Or you are now, your mom is not there, and things like that. So sometimes it happens without maybe the parents or the adults planning to do that, then it happens. So divorce, family instability due to work or financial hardship, and then illness of the parent or sibling can lead to that, and drug addiction of parents as well.
Okay, let's talk about the impact it has on children, because we see a lot of children shouldering the responsibilities of their parents at a very, very young age. You see 10, you see 8 years, having to bear all of these responsibilities. What are the impacts, it has on children?
Okay. Normally, in a normal setting, the parents should be the ones, that are caregivers, givers of love, of emotional stability. But when this happens, when the role is reversed, instead of the child receiving love and care, the child now ends up giving that love and care. So somehow, the childhood of that child is stolen from him or her, because they become givers too quickly. You can give because you go in a normal setting, you can give, but then these children become givers too quickly. And then it depletes them emotionally and mentally, and when parents are not emotionally present, to help the child, and the child is the one now helping the parents, this role reversal will disrupt the natural process of the child maturing to an adult. So you grow up too quickly. And that negative impact is seen in the life of the child. It presents as anxiety. You've not done your assignment. You are doing another person's assignment. Helping the other child. And so you are anxious. You can't meet up with your own personal chores. Then listen to parents talk. Maybe your parents are going through divorce. You have no business, to an extent. Yes, it will affect you. But when you now hear everything about the other party and so you start forming adult opinions quickly. So that will affect the child being a mediator, between parents over other people and things like that. So it has to say, and it can become abusive. Maybe a case of a spouse dying, and if there's no boundary, there's nothing put there. We've seen fathers abusing children and mothers abusing their own children because they now become emotionally attached to that child and looking for emotional support. So the impact is not something we can say in one conversation, because it can be very, very bad on the child, because emotionally you are drained, and then you find that such children also present, when they go out, they want to take care of others, and they don't understand boundaries because they are used to, they've been conditioned into doing that.
You just said a couple of things on impact, and that impact can go on to affect this child as an adult, mentally, emotionally, physically. How can that adult recover from this in the future? Because honestly, it might actually affect his or her own family when he decides to have one. What can they do? How can they get out of this particular situation?
Okay, I will quickly use myself as an example. I'm the first of 8 children, and so basically, you just stop to become like a small mommy to your siblings. So what you do with time, like I tell people, yes, I won't say completely my parents parentified me, so to speak, because it was age appropriate chores and then just look out for your siblings and so. But you too, as a person, you will take it on by yourself. So you must know, understand boundaries and care for yourself. You are not responsible for other people's happiness. So you must learn to practice self-love acts and just say, okay, I will help when I can. Okay? So that you need to be responsible for yourself first before you are responsible for others. Even if you've been conditioned, then you need to learn to uncondition yourself so that you are responsible for yourself, because the stress that you go through as an adult is also trying to parent other adults. And then you're looking out for your siblings and wanting to get into their business. So make yourself your business. And then if the impact is so high, you might need therapy. That person might need therapy to overcome the negative impact of their growing up. Okay, but once you can understand that you have boundaries, you are no longer responsible for your siblings as an adult, and they have their life, and then you care for yourself and practice self-love acts, you'll be able to help yourself. And then if you need therapy, then yes, you need a mental therapist to probably help you overcome the negative impact, especially if they were abused, involved emotionally, you have anxiety disorder. That you will need emotional care and therapy.
Okay, I really want to ask, because when Omobolede and I were having this conversation, I said something, and that's because a friend of mine shared a story with me. Now, do you think that culture and tradition plays a role in, or is a contributing factor to the reason as to why some parenting styles, are the way they are, while parents feel like, okay, it is okay for their children when they get to a certain age, knowing fully well that they are still very young, to shoulder their responsibilities? Do you think tradition or culture has a role to play in this?
Yes. Every family has a culture.
Okay.
Every home has a culture. And then they are from Africa. They are into each other, let me put it that way. So definitely the culture of the home will involve the child, getting involved in the welfare and care of others. It must be age appropriate. They are age appropriate chores for a child. They are age appropriate conversations we should have with a child. So parents need to learn. I grew up, like I said, as firstborn. So when I also had my first child, I've always said, let me have a girl first. Because for me, I just feel, the girl will help the stability, will be there for the siblings. But I didn't know that because that culture of being the firstborn and taking charge was also impacting on me as a person. So to an extent, I would say I was a bit tough on my first daughter, just trying to make her, responsible. But it got to a point I noticed I was putting pressure on her, and I told her, you are not the parent here. So if I send her on an errand, I had to unlearn my own habits that I had learned growing up. And I said, if I send you on an errand, go do something for your daughter, you don't want to, just simply say, Mommy, I cannot. And I will understand that, yes, you cannot really, and it's not your role to do that thing. It's my role as a parent. So we had to unlearn what I personally have learned growing up, saying, take care of this person, take care of that person. So yes, culture is involved, but there are things we need to do as parents to help the child, and the child too needs to be accepted to say, no, there is a line. Yes, to an extent you can help, but there is a line, so that you don't become the caretaker or caregivers of others when you still need help and support.
I would like to ask, for parents that actually cannot cater for children, what advice can you give to them? Because I feel like we're having more children that are being parentified day in, day out, and we still have people that are still giving birth to children, and nothing is being done about it. Number one, what can stakeholders and the government do? And these people giving birth to children that they cannot cater for, what advice do you have for them?
Okay. If you're giving birth to children they can't cater for, normal thing we will say, don't make babies when you know you can take care of them, okay? And then when you have them, try your best to know that the child needs love and support. So don't put pressure on them. Be mindful of their emotional and physical state, and don't ask or demand what they can't give. So other adults, you need to learn to rely on other adults, people that can truly help you, because the child is just a child. So don't steal the child's childhood, so to speak. Help the child grow up to be a child and give age-appropriate chores and get them involved in time. But don't make them the parents where they are not the one helping you pay bills, they are not the ones, helping you take care of their siblings, helping you cook, even when they can't get up to the stove. They have to get a stool to stand on. Those are too much for the children. You can train them, but please be kind when you are training the child. Know that the child needs love, and then support the child in the appropriate way, not by putting your drama on the child.
Okay, before we let you go, I just want to quickly ask, because you've been able to establish the fact that for this parentification to reduce,
yes,
parents need to unlearn some certain habits. Now let's talk about things that they actually need to learn. What do parents need to learn? Because, when it comes to parentification, it's not just about you unlearning now. We feel like a lot of things are changing. Things are coming to play, new styles of parenting and all of that. What do they really need to learn, for them to... We understand that there is no one straight way to parenting. But I also believe that, there are things that you should also learn. Perhaps the basic... skills of parenting. But aside this, are there other things that parents can learn to, reduce parentification?
Okay, what I would say is life is progressive.
Are you there?
And we keep learning. So a lot of parents just feel whatever was handed over by their parents is okay. No, the children have a different life now. We're in a different world now. You need to learn parenting afresh. You need to teach the whole syllabus, the whole scheme of parenting, where you think, the child should do this, do that, and become an adult quickly. They have a childhood to enjoy. You need to help them enjoy that childhood in your own way. So you unlearn intentionally. And even as a coach, what I do is with my husband, we have almost 3 teenagers now. Our last child is about 12. So we have 2 teenagers. So we try to go for shortcuts. We listen to people that can help us so that we're doing the right thing. And we're also taking care of ourselves so that they also see that we have self-love, self-care, so that they can invite such habits. So as a parent, please be progressive in your mindset, learn, reach out to other parents that are getting it right, and look for materials to read. Then know your child. Every child has a love language. Every child needs support and needs love. If you understand, every child is different. We have 3 children, 3 different love languages. So you need to understand their temperament, their personality, and treat them accordingly. Don't say because your sister is like this, why are you not like that? No. Understand the child and treat the child with respect and with love, and listen to them also. When they're giving you a feedback, they need emotional support. Be there for them. We know things are hard, but we can all do it and parent better.
All right.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate all your insightful conversation that you've had with us this morning. Have a lovely day.
Thank you so much. You too.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye. My name is Omobolade Oladekmo. Please take this today. Parental guidance is very important. Taking care of your children is important. Don't have kids that you cannot cater for. Have yourself a lovely day.
And please, from me to you, stay safe. I would always, this cannot even be overemphasized. Your safety is our priority. I am Aloha Kemi Edward, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.